Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a great day today. Today's video, I wanted to review for you guys the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation. I saw Jordy from It's Likely Makeup talking about this foundation forever ago, and it looks so good on her skin. So I wanted to try it out for you guys and do a review. This did come out like a while ago now, but I thought that I would just pick it up. It was on sale and I'd been wanting to try it, and yeah, I know I'm late to the party, okay? But yeah, I'm really excited to try it out. As you can see, I already did my eye makeup, so we're all good to go there. That way I don't look too insane while I'm doing this. So I did just do my regular skincare, and so I have moisturizer on my skin, and then I threw on this No Problem Prime Essence from Touch and Soul onto my skin. I use this pretty much every day no matter what look I'm doing. I don't really necessarily think it's a primer. It kind of just adds a little bit more moisture into my skin, but I haven't necessarily noticed it making a difference in if my foundation lasts longer or not, so I just went ahead and used this anyway, and plus I have dry skin, so I just kind of want to give this foundation its best shot without using like illuminating or pore blurring products and stuff like that. Like, I may of course try this foundation out further down the road with those types of products, because you know, might help it, might not, I don't know. But yeah, this is just gonna be like my first impressions. But yeah, I'm really excited, so let's get into it. Okay.
Here's information about the La Girl Pro Matte Foundation.
La Girl. So it looks like this foundation retails for about $10, $11. I think I got it on sale for about $7 at Ulta, so that was another reason why I picked it up, because I just can't resist a steal. So yeah, I decided to try out the shade Bisque. I think it's like the third from the lightest shade. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of an off color. If you guys like what's on my eyes, like I am obsessed. I'm getting sidetracked, okay, just let me ramble. These are the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadows. I used both shades. This is the shade Iced Latte and Cotton Candy, and I used both of these on my eyes today, and they're so good. They're so good. I do think you could get pretty similar, if not identical quality, from like ColourPop Super Shock shadows. They retail for $25, which is kind of insane. But they are really pretty, and it was fun to put some color and shimmer on my eyes, so not hating, I do still like them. Oh, I have some eyeshadow swatches on my hand. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pump this onto the back of my hand. I'm gonna do about a pump and a half just on the back of my hand for now. It looks a little, I mean, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be like as like runny. It's actually a little bit more runny than I was expecting. Okay, you know what, before I start dotting this all over my face, I'm gonna like start blending it out right now with this Japonesque damp sponge. In case it dries quickly, I don't want it to like just sit there and be impossible to dry or to blend. I mean, so far the first layer looks nice. It does actually, wow, it's like dry. It's not like as full coverage as I was expecting. I thought like one little layer was gonna be like super full coverage, but I actually kind of like that it's a little more sheer and that I can build it up. It doesn't really feel like there's anything on my skin. Like if anything, I feel like my skin could use a little bit of moisture, but it doesn't feel like dried out or crispy. I don't know why I always have this bad luck with my camera shutting off when I'm in the middle of talking, and then I go and do things and I just don't notice that my camera stopped recording. But I did actually add a second layer, and at first I was actually really concerned that it was looking really orange. I do think that it is definitely a different shade compared to my natural skin tone, of course. I don't think that it necessarily looks like that odd, if that makes sense. I think it's kind of on the same level for me as like my, this bottle's nasty, but the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation is like a little too dark for me, and this is the lightest shade. And I feel like it's kind of on that same shade level where like it still looks okay, and like I don't think people would be like, oh wow, she really didn't blend it down her neck. For the record, I added foundation to my neck to try to like get it to all blend. I don't think the camera is really gonna pick up on the exact shade difference that it was on my skin. At first I thought it was gonna be really orange applying the second layer, and then I think the more it sat on my skin, it kind of oxidized and got just a little bit lighter. So there's that for you guys. There is 2 layers on my skin now. I don't think I'm gonna add a third because I'm pretty comfy with this level of coverage. It's not crazy full coverage, like I can still see some impurities, imperfections, whatever. But it did definitely cover like any redness and issues like that I was maybe concerned about. It's not sinking into my forehead line. Like I have this really bad forehead line up here, and so far it's not settling into that, which is great. I guess that would probably be more of like a dewy foundation problem, but with any foundation I think it's something to consider. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and continue on with the rest of my face makeup now. I'm gonna do concealer, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that. I don't really think I'm gonna powder it. I just don't feel the need because it's so matte. So far, I'm liking it though. So for concealer, I'm gonna use the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. I don't think it's like super matte, and I don't think it's super full coverage either, but I do really like this concealer. It blends out really nice. The only beef that I have with it is a little bit perfumed, and I just don't like scents in my face products, especially if they're gonna be near my eyes, because I feel like that can irritate it. And the perfume isn't even like that great smelling, so like I don't understand the point of them putting it in there, but anyway. Oh, and this is in the shade 10 Light Rose, in case you were wondering about that. The concealer looks really good on top of this. I had no issues blending it out. I didn't necessarily like put foundation up under my eyes a whole lot, but I do think it looks good. I'm gonna put just a little bit down. I don't actually do this a whole lot anymore, but for the sake of evening out kind of the color, I'm gonna add just a little bit of highlight to my face with this concealer. I'm trying to decide, because I haven't actually used this concealer in a bit, and I can't really remember if I need to set it or not. So I'm kind of like waiting to see if I see creases. I really want to try out this Becca Hydra Mist setting powder, but it might be a bad idea. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I got this in a boxy charm, you guys. Like, a Becca setting powder. Like, are you kidding me? I was so impressed. This retails for $39. Like, I would never... Okay, not never, but the odds of me going out of my way to buy this is like very unlikely, and I don't think I've ever had a Becca product, so I'm like super excited. And Chill, a loose refreshing powder that dusts on like a mist and sets. Formulated with 50%. I saw Kathleen Lights or Raw Beauty Crit, somebody was talking about this, and they said that it felt like water, like putting water on your skin, but with powder. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked, but like, I'm so excited about this. So bear with me, please. I don't want to like spill it everywhere. Oh my gosh, it literally feels like I'm putting water on my face. Like a really damp one of these, like this is what it feels like I'm putting on my face, is like a really damp sponge. This is confusing me. How is this working? But it's powdery. Wait, but like not super powdery. Like I don't feel the powder, but it like doesn't feel tacky. I feel like I could keep applying this and like nothing would happen. How do you know when too much is too much? How do you stop? You just can keep applying it and it like it just melts. This is so cool. I mean, I know that I pay for your services, BoxyCharm, but thank you for collabing with Becca and sending me this, because like I am so happy about this. Okay, so we're gonna move on to some contour products here. I think I'm just gonna use my good old Physicians Formula butter bronzer because this is not like crazy warm. Start doing the whole bronzer thing. I think I'm gonna dip into this Alamar Cosmetics blush palette, the Colorette Blush Trio for fair light skin. That's me. With these two shades right here on this Real Techniques blush brush. These aren't super pigmented, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about like splatting it on too much on accident. That's good on blush for me. I say before I put more blush on. We're gonna be Gucci today and we're gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. I love this thing. I love this highlight so much that I just get afraid that I'm gonna hit pan on it, but I have a pretty long way to go. Like it still has all like the ripples in it. So pretty. And I'm gonna use this Real Techniques setting brush. It's kind of just what I've been reaching for highlight lately, and I'm gonna kind of just focus it on the high points of my cheeks or cheekbones. I'm not saying that I have trouble stopping myself, but you know, it just sometimes like the highlight just gets away from you and it just kind of starts like going all over your face, and it's really difficult to kind of control your hand. It's almost like your hand is a separate entity from your body, and I think you get what I'm saying. I love the way my skin is looking. I'm honestly surprised because I feel like with this kind of foundation I would definitely normally add like an oil or something to my skin beforehand, but I honestly used a pretty like medium to light moisturizer, and then I just used the Prime Essence, and I feel like that itself was enough, which is shocking because like I said, I have pretty dry skin. Things usually tend to stick to places, especially like in this area. I get really dry, but it applied really nicely, so I'm very happy about it. Yeah. For lips, this is just random. I'm sure you guys don't really care about this, but I'm gonna use the Steve Laurent, I don't even know, lip liner? I think it's in the shade Chic. I got it in a BoxyCharm, obviously. Like, why would I pay for Steve Laurent? But just kidding, that's rude. That sounded so rude. Why would I pay for Steve Laurent? I actually have really been liking the products from Steve Laurent that they've been sending. Hello. That's not exactly what I was expecting. I thought this was gonna be like a lot more nude looking. So I think I'm gonna put a gloss over top. I'll try using the Hard Candy Plumping Serum Volumizing Lip Gloss, which really doesn't plump your lips. It's a facade. It's in the shade Swan Lake, and I'm gonna... Okay, that didn't really lighten it at all, so I don't know what I was expecting. This is a lot more glam of a look than I thought it was gonna be, but I also don't mind like at all. Let me zoom you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see like the whole face situation. I always get foundation built up in this area, so I'm curious to see if later in the day if it's going to build up in that area or not, or if it's gonna like sneak into my smile lines or my forehead lines. So far, so good, and like I said, I haven't set it. The only area I set was my under eyes with that amazing powder. Yeah, let me try a photo with flash, which I never do, so I'm kind of curious. I don't look bad at all. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks really good. It looks so nice. Like my skin just looks like smooth and like airbrushed, and I don't have any filters on my camera, just as to get that out of the way. It looks really nice though. Wow, yeah. It looks nice. I feel like I look nice. The foundation in the end, like with the concealer and bronzer and all of that, I feel like it kind of evened out the color, so I don't feel like I look like as orange as I originally thought, and I do think it did oxidize just a little bit. I'll have to look and see if anybody else says, you know, that they experienced oxidizing. Okay, so I just finished getting ready, and I'm honestly not too sure that I'm going to be able to do a check-in for you guys. I will try, and if case, I will leave it right here. I will insert the check-in. But if not, I will have all of my information, all of my thoughts listed in the description box, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, this concludes the video, and I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you tried the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation and what you thought of it. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe before you leave to become part of the little family we got going on here. I would love to have you. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!